I don't know what we are talking about.
Neither do I. What the heck are we talking about?
Is it recording?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Is this recording?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We have to talk in. First of all, we have to talk in English, Andy.
yeah,
This is, I think, our second podcast in English.
the
Geno?
first one we did with Mike Toshiro, right?
No,
1 year ago.
that's the third one, because then we did one with Isabella von Weissenberg.
Ah, you did.
And yes, I did, and this was a great
A gym tour.
A gym tour. Yeah.
With Isabella.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she's Swedish. Why didn't she speak Swedish?
Because we don't speak so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes. And we had to cut something out of the videos. It was about 1 hour. And
Okay.
I asked her something like, what did I? I asked her something like about Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, from movies.
From the movie Full
Yeah.
Metal Jacket,
Yeah,
Stanley
Full
Kubrick.
Yeah, yes.
Excellent movie.
It was
What
something.
did he say?
I don't know exactly, but it was
Was it in
something.
the chill out area, right?
No, it was when we went upstairs, and it was something like I wanted to ask her, something from Full Metal Jacket, but something about the phrase "Do you suck dicks?" But I didn't say. I didn't.
It's a good thing you didn't say that to her.
I didn't say "Do you suck dicks?" I say "Do you know Full Metal Jacket?"
I would have done that line.
And she said, "No." And then okay, then go on.
I knew what you are.
Yeah.
You knew where he was
like,
going,
He
huh?
was like laughing.
She would have said, "You mean the jelly donut scene?
Yeah.
Is that a jelly donut?"
Oh, yeah, I meant that.
yeah, sure.
So Geno, first, it would be great if you can do a little introduction by yourself.
Okay.
Who are you?
And what does your daddy do?
And what is it that you do? He sounds like Arnold.
Yeah.
Consider that the divorce. That was a line from Get Your Ass to Mars. What was that? Total Recall.
Total Recall, yeah.
After he just
Shot his wife. Shot his wife. But, honey, you wouldn't hurt me. We're married. Boom! Consider that the divorce. It's one of my favorite lines. I'm going to do that at the Arnold's next year. So anyway, my name is Geno Powerlifting Biancheri. I started announcing, almost 20 years ago. Most of you know I started announcing bikini contests at the beaches in New York and New Jersey. And some fella came up to me and said, would you like to do a powerlifting competition? I said, powerlifting? Not a power lifter. I'm tall and skinny. And they said, come on, just make it exciting. So I announced the first competition, powerlifting competition. You know, I started to train with the guys at their powerlifting gym every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, squat, bench, deadlift. Couldn't compete with them, you know, a lot of world champions. As a matter of fact, Billy Red Light Clayton, who I started with almost 20 years ago, just won the world championship in the Masters 3 in Mongolia. Congratulations, Billy.
Billy Red Light?
Billy Red Light Clayton. You would know his face if you saw him. That's his nickname.
So he's always 4 whites, 1 red.
Yeah.
Oh, three whites,
how do
1
you
red.
become a world champion if your name is Billy Red Light Clayton? No, that's because when he's a referee, he throws a lot of red lights. But anyway, I did the first competition, and I kind of ran the first competition like a bikini contest. And they said, I thought they were going to kick me out, and they said, come back. So, you know, next thing I know, I'm traveling all over the world having a lot of fun. And one of my favorite places to go to, ladies and gentlemen, is Das Gym in Vienna, Austria. And let me tell you something. It's about intelligent strength. Most people don't think these two words go together, okay? This is not an oxymoron. You want to get stronger in powerlifting? You want to get to the international stage? You want a world competition? You better be intelligent with how you train, okay? Similar to another friend of yours who says, think like a human and train like an animal. That's your buddy. It's your buddy Mike Teixeira. Anyway, that's my short story. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here once again. It's been 1 year. It seems like it's been just a couple of weeks. I was just here announcing the Austrian National Championships.
1 year ago, yeah.
1 year ago, right here at Das Gym with the biggest screen. It matched the Rolling Stones, U2. It was the best production I have ever seen at any powerlifting competition in the world. You hear that, Gaston? You need to start stepping up now. Anyway.
And
Anyway, here
one
we go.
story, Geno. You told this story many times.
Yes.
To me and my girlfriend.
Yes.
Because after this competition last year,
Yes.
we went out for dinner, right?
Yes.
And we were sitting on a table Me, you, Alex, his girlfriend, and Patrick.
Correct. And Patrick, that's right.
And another thing.
Yes.
But can you tell us about the story? Because you were sitting there on the table like that.
Yeah, so
No, normally, as you can see,
It was a booth.
As you can see, Geno is talking all the time.
Yes.
But at this moment, he was sitting on the table like that for 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
which is a long time for me not to talk.
Like
right?
that. And we were sitting next to you and thought about, Geno, how are you doing? And yeah. And what's the matter with you? That was in my mind. And can you tell?
Sure. Well, the reason it's a booth, okay, and I'm stuck in the middle with all these people around me in a circle, in a semicircle, and I'm sitting there. And the reason I'm so quiet, it's tough for me to keep my mouth shut, is because somebody is playing footsies with me. Somebody keeps tapping my foot, and I'm saying, I hope it ain't the guys, you know. And I
there was just one lady.
yeah, and it was only one lady, and she's a girlfriend of one of these guys, and I don't want to mess around, you know. And then somebody keeps tapping me in the foot, and I said, I have to pretend this isn't happening, so I just sat like this, not moving. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to pretend this is not happening. Turns out there was a puppy underneath the table. It was Fastos, right?
No,
No, it's a flyer. It was the dog of Martina.
Oh, it was dog of
Yeah,
Martinez.
yeah.
Yes, it was
and then
Martinez.
suddenly you made a movement like that.
Oh, a sigh of relief. I realized it was just, who was playing footsie with me? A dog. Okay, it was doggy style.
Footsie dog is fine.
And then everything was fine.
And then everything was fine after that.
Yeah, cool. What should we talk about?
All right, so what do we want to talk about?
Alex, do you have some questions?
Yes, I have
to
some.
Geno?
No, I have to. This is some.
Are we
Yeah, make sure you get
multi-mass
that on. Make sure you get that on video. Alex picking skin off his forearm.
and eating it?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Well, listen, Alex. Can I ask you a question now?
Of course.
You seem to be doing more and more seminars. You're either bringing people in and co-seminaring with them, and you just finished a long seminar this weekend yourself, two busy days, over 10 hours each day. That's a lot of hours. I know what it's like to talk for that long. Are you enjoying doing these seminars at your brother's gym now? And are you doing more in the future?
Yes, that's great. I know, there are a couple of things I really love. So talking to people,
Right.
Is super cool, and talking to people about training stuff is even cooler.
Right.
But there's coming a lot of things back, because if you tell them something, there are a lot of trainers in there. They have experience, and then they ask you something about their history or what was happening there and so on, and they're telling something, and you're learning. We're learning all the time, and that's this is the most important thing.
Some of my friends that have been powerlifting since the late 70s continue to learn things in this sport.
You know, I'm talking a lot with Peter Hofstetter.
Yes,
and
the
we're
barbell
doing-
program.
Yes, barbell program.
Love you, Peter.
And we are talking a lot about training programs, and I think the last couple of months I learned more about training than the last 10 years.
So even you, who's been in this business for over 10 years, is learning.
This was I was talking about this weekend. We have the seminar twice a year about
Strength training.
About strength training. That long. You know, we have shorter ones, but about 2 days of just strength training programming, just about powerlifting programming.
Right.
We do it twice a year, just that long. And I think the last time, there's about 30% I told them was wrong what I told. I'm not wrong, but was not that good. Yeah,
Right,
and
right.
it's just like, hopefully they don't do it what I told them.
Keeps them coming back, you know.
And that's
So
super
good.
cool.
So you're enjoying that.
That you're enjoying talking to people, right?
I enjoy talking to people, and I enjoy, like what you said. I enjoy feedback. You know I talk a lot when I'm on the stage. Bringing the lifters out. But when I'm off the stage, it's even tough for me now because I'm rather shy, you know, one-on-one, but I just like to sit back and observe and read people and learn different things about different histories and countries and customs and cultures and different ways to train. Everybody, there's no exact right way. I mean, the core is the same, but there's a lot of different ways, and you learn a lot of things if you have to be a good listener, like a sponge, and soak it up and keep your mouth shut once in a while. I'm trying.
But you're doing that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really,
yeah.
I think that's very important. Just sit there and watch and listen.
Watch. Exactly right.
Watch and listen. I think this was Arnold Schwarzenegger said. He said, "Okay, I didn't read a lot of books in my youth, but I listened a lot."
Right.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He told me you will be at the Arnold Classics next year.
Yes, sir.
Right? And you told me you will tell Arnold something about the gym, right? And you learned it the last 10 years to say it to him next year.
Yes, I've been practicing this. I want to grab him because he's always on the move. You know, he comes in, you got to hit him real fast with something, and I want to when he comes in every year. You know, he got to, as you both know, he got to start in powerlifting. If it wasn't for powerlifting, he never would have gotten into bodybuilding. That's why he likes the powerlifters. So he comes every year and he sits down. We give him a chair right in the front, right next to the referees, and he watches a session, and I'm going to grab him on the way, either on the way in or the way out, and before when I give him the microphone, because he likes to say hello to the crowd, and I'm going to slip him some flyers from Das Gym, and I'm going to say, this is better than your museum, your house up there in Graz or wherever that is. I'm going to go there in a couple of days. I hope we enjoy that. But this is like a tribute to you, Arnold, and I want to get you here. The boys would love to have you, and we're looking forward to getting him here. And if that happens, we're going to let you all know about that. We'll give him the information, and we'll see how that goes.
You know what Andy told me the first time when he opened the gym? He said, "Okay, when Arnold is going in there, we close it
and fire it down,
burn it down, and just laugh about it, like the Vikings, you know."
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Everything will be fine then.
You know, most of the Germans and the Austrians tend to be very reserved and quiet, you know? These
Not
two
here.
boys, that's not them. So, now, may I say, or may I ask, strongman, bodybuilder, and I hear he is now going to get back into powerlifting. Is this true?
Yeah, he's going to get back in the real sport.
He may argue with you there.
In the real sport, in the only objective sport, in strength sport there is.
So Andy's going to get back on the powerlifting platform. You looking forward to that, Andy?
Yeah.
All right.
In March.
In March, that's
Yes.
the first competition,
Yeah,
local competition.
It's a local competition. I think it will be, and we have to plan that. It will be the best local competition ever held in Austria, for sure.
Oh, good.
With a lot of fire and center stage.
I told to our headmaster that we want to get fire in the gym, and he said no.
Who wouldn't let you?
Don't do it.
Fire hazard.
But we will burn it down.
That's what he wants. Get Arnold and then burn it down.
Like with Joe Ince, you know, when he lifted something and then everywhere was fire. Yeah. Yes, and we'll compete there, and you know, if just to have fun there, huh?
And that's what this is about. Look, it's all about personal goals, I'm sorry, PBs. You call them PBs in Europe, personal best. We call them PRs, personal records.
We call it PRs.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's all about personal goals. It's all about health, mind, and body, and it's about having fun. You know, and nothing wrong with having a competitive spirit and being able to do all of that.
You're absolutely right. This is just kind of basis you have to have, this competitive spirit and reaching your goals. But this is only the access to a world where a lot of fun is going on, you know, and a lot of things going on, and socializing, and you know, talking to people and getting to know each other.
And there are a lot of differences between powerlifting and other sports. I think so, because if you're listening to the commandos and everything, and to the during the training, you know, it's like down. Okay, press up, get out of there.
Andy was watching. As an equipped bench
the next level,
and it was like a friend of ours, Alex Daschner. He's competing at the Europeans in
right now
days.
in Lithuania,
and he was trying out a little bit of bench pressing with the bench shirt. First time, and it was like he was going down like this, and then was he pressing up like that. And
so nothing.
Nothing. So he wasn't down there and he wasn't up there.
And Peter was there.
And Peter was there. And Peter was. This was great, man. This was great. And he was going
super.
down, rise up.
I was filming, and I thought, what was great.
Nothing
Nothing
was
was
right
great.
there.
Nothing was right.
But now he understands.
Yeah.
Now he understands. It was
First
great.
time you
yeah.
put a shirt on, man, that's you don't even know whether the thing's touching unless somebody's telling you, right? And everybody's got their sayings, down, down, down. It's going, or 1 inch. Everybody's got everybody's got their sayings for when you're about to touch before you get that press command.
Yeah, that's great.
There's a funny story, if I could say real quick. I remember my friend who the gym that I work out in New Jersey is called Fitness Factory, owned by Dennis Cherry, who is the current reigning
the bench press.
Yes.
world
Oh,
record
you
holder.
know. Wow,
Yes,
he knows
yes.
everything.
In the 93.
Wow, you are smart. Current reigning 93,
yeah,
93 kilo bench press, open world champion.
235, something like
yeah,
that.
234,
240.
somewhere between 235 and 240. Over 2.5 times his body weight raw. Not too bad, right? Yeah. And he, I remember I was announcing a competition with him in the Virgin Islands, and he never got the press command, and he brought and it was to this day we're not really sure why. Okay,
Didn't touch,
he unracked it. No, that's my point. He unracked it. Okay, he got the start command. He brought it down to his chest. He was touching. The bar was motionless on his chest, and we're all waiting, and I see Gaston over there at the jury table, right? And I'm on the microphone, and we're all waiting, and he's not getting the press command, and I look over at the chief referee, and he's looking over here like this, looking up at the space. And so I just came out of my mouth as the words were coming out of I knew I shouldn't say it, but as the words just came out, I went, press! And Gaston stands up and he says, you can't call the press command!
But you had to.
I know, but look what happened.
What was the problem?
And then
he died for it.
A PT press. Maybe he did.
Right, no, so then of course he didn't. They said re-rack, and he re-racks, and Dennis turns around and he says to the guy, how long do you want me to hold it there? And then Gaston says, what happened to the chief referee? Chief referee didn't speak much English, and he just went, so nobody knew what he was saying. So he gets a relift. At the end of the round, and the exact same thing happens again. This time the guy's looking down here, right? And then Gaston gets up from the joint table. He goes, get out! And Gaston sits down and gives him his first try.
I had a bench press in Austria, and it was the people told me, and I was going down.
Yeah.
I was waiting, and 7 seconds for sure.
Oh,
and then it pressed, and they told me what was happening. The chief referee was like this.
What was the problem?
No, it was like press.
You have to match the hand with the voice.
He forgot to say press. It was like press.
Yeah, everyone, look, the referees have the toughest job.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take a shot, man. All over the world, they have the toughest, a thankless job. They have the toughest job. But every once in a while, you will get a referee who's the hand in the mouth doesn't always sing. Like I see some of them will go like this. They'll say, they'll have their hand up for the squat, and they'll go like this. They'll say, squat! And the person squats as soon as the hand goes down, and then he gives him a yellow light for beating the squat command. Well, your voice has to match up with your hand,
Squat. Some guys.
Did you ever get? Hey, I'm just curious. In all your years of pulling, did you ever get excited when you've made a lift and thrown the bar down and gotten a yellow card for dropping the bar?
No.
Good.
I try to hold it as long as possible.
That's focus.
Because when it's up there, I always thought about, okay, I have to lift it because when it's up there, then I can say something, and people will listen because.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Because it's quiet. Something like that. And then I can put it down. Yeah.
He picks things up and he puts them down.
Yeah.
yeah. Get your ass to Mars. I'm sorry, I just love that line. Now, something else I wanted to say to you. When your brother was lifting at that last competition when I was announcing him,
Canada.
In Canada, right, at the Raw Worlds in Calgary, Canada. He was injured. He was beaten up. He had elbow issues. He had hip issues. He was like the Bionic Man. I thought he had one of those eyes too because half his body was shot. He needed all mechanical components. But talk about working through the pain. That's what a powerlifter does. This guy worked through the pain, and every time he came up there, everybody said, oh, he's just going to take a token lift. He takes a token lift, he makes it, then he comes up and he pluses it up, then he comes up and he finishes with 300 kilo pull on the bar, and the crowd went crazy.
One leg stiff leg.
It was like you were screaming, and I heard to, normally Mike is not screaming at all, poor Alex, poor
Mike,
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That was good. That was the best about it, yeah.
And you told me maybe you go into wedding. You are, how do you call it?
Wedding announcing?
Yeah, wedding.
I'm actually the minister.
A priest?
Yes, I'm a priest / minister. Yes, you didn't know that.
No.
I did. A friend of mine.
Imagine that.
A good friend of mine up in Wisconsin. He asked me to marry he and his now wife, and he said, "Will you come and do our wedding?" And I said, "You mean be the DJ at the reception and get the crowd going crazy?" He said, "No, we want you to marry us." And I said, "I'm not a priest." They said, "You take an online course in our state and you're a priest in 4 minutes." So I took the online course.
Are you a priest?
I am an ordained minister. And yes, I did marry my friend Quentin.
Oh, it already happened.
It already happened. It already happened. And he and his lovely wife, Sarah Jean, and they now have a beautiful baby boy. So good luck to you two.
Cool.
Good luck.
Yeah. So that may be a new career now. Being a minister for all.
Another option.
Yes.
If any of you powerlifters out there are getting married and you need a minister, I have all the qualifications now.
Geno can marry you. He's not the wedding crasher.
Yes.
He's the priest.
And maybe these two boys have some beautiful ladies. Maybe I'll come back and marry.
Out the flowers.
And marry that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be the flower girl.
We are the flower girl.
The ring bearer.
Okay, cool.
So what can we talk about? Do you guys plan on doing any more competitions
here in the gym?
Here in the gym?
We will do some competitions.
Some okay.
I think the next one will be, because we are building a gallery above the reception.
Right.
So we have some. We will do a center stage.
Right.
Downside, and you have the people around the stage downside, and on the gallery, you can throw some things down to the lifters.
Yeah, so you're burning toilet paper, like
it's a jail,
mattresses and so on, and but it just should be. I think the best thing is just a kind of local or not unofficial stuff, You can,
Nothing wrong with thinking out of the, what do they say, changing the paradigm. Thinking out of the 9 dots, getting out of the 9 dots, thinking out of the box, whatever you want to say. We want to make this just a little bit more exciting. I know how serious the sport is and how hard people train, but make the sport a little bit more exciting so that we get more and more people, especially non-powerlifters, to enjoy watching the sport. Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if I could just say one other thing, I want to thank you two personally for having me here, for your generosity when I come here and your friendship. I really enjoy that. So thank you both, man. Powerlifting, das Gym.
Perfect, Geno.
You're champion.